Hello everyone. This video is in continuation of our series of videos on GST search on flour mills in West Bengal, which was conducted by the DGGI. Now this entire search was on just one matter, that is the rate of tax. What should be the rate of tax on the milling charges which is received by the flour millers from the state government when they receive wheat to convert it into wheat flour, and ultimately it is distributed by the state government through public distribution system. Now the contention earlier of the millers was that it should either be exempt or the tax rate must be 5%. Now why these two tax rates at all? The rate notification specified that if the value of goods in that entire supply made by these millers, if the value of goods exceeds 25% of the entire value of supply, in that case, the rate of tax, in that case, it is not exempt, it is taxable. The rate of tax was not explicitly specified in that particular rate notification. Now, since these millers are providing the supply to state government who is registered as a tax deductor, it could be said that the rate of tax would be 5%. Am I right, sir?
Yeah.
Okay. So now the contention of the DGGI was that the state government is an unregistered person, so therefore the tax rate would be 18%.
And I feel there was an unnecessary confusion in this because law itself was very clear that even a person who is registered as a TDS deductor in GST, he should be considered as a registered person.
Absolutely. So they are providing services on goods which is owned by a registered person,
Correct.
whether as a tax deductor or otherwise, and then the services are being provided to such a registered person. Therefore, the tax rate would be 5%.
5%.
But the DGGI said that no, the rate would be 18%, and therefore a lot of millers have also made payment of the differential 13%.
Everyone paid the huge taxes.
Definitely, that's like a huge difference, 5 and 18%.
And that was the reason of, I think, such examples were the reason for the huge tax collection in that period.
Absolutely, absolutely. So on 17th June 2021, after the 43rd GST Council meeting, there was a circular which was issued by the government wherein it was clarified that yes, if a person is registered as a tax deductor under GST, he or she would be considered as a registered person.
Right.
Right? And the other one, that therefore since the supply is being made to a registered person, the rate of tax on such milling charges should be 5%.
Either 0 or 5.
0 or
18%
5.
was totally ruled out.
Absolutely.
So this was a major relief for them.
Definitely a major
It was
relief.
always a relief, but ultimately what happened, because of the pressure of DGGI, they had to pay huge taxes and the working capital was blocked. In any case, the law was very clear, it has to be settled in the higher forum. But ठीक है, जब circular आ गया तो things became little easy for the millers.
Definitely, it was a welcome circular because this was a huge hardship for the millers, because when you have to pay a difference of 13%.
Yeah, it's almost 3 times.
Absolutely. So that was a major relief. There was also a very important point that was mentioned in this particular circular, that all these matters would be taken on case-to-case basis.
Basically, matter means the calculation of, now the challenge is whether material component, and the material component, let me clear you, they use packing material because milling services there and they are providing some packing material. So packing material is goods, and the component of this packing material should, if it is below 25%, then it will be exempted, and if it is more than 25% or more, then it will be taxable, but taxable at the rate of 5%. So now there will be a challenge ki what is the material component in the value of supply. So after the circular, many millers might think that now life has become easy, everything is clear. No doubt their life has become easy because now the tax rate is 5% from 18%, but still there is lot more to find out, because how will calculate the value of 25%, material component value of 25%, because value of supply itself has different possibilities in this case.
Absolutely. That depends on the cost sheet which is
correct. Yes, the cost sheet has been provided by the government. Like if I can recall, total consideration as agreed between the miller and the government is around 179 rupees for per quintal, and in that 179 rupees, government is saying you keep 2 gunny bags of, I think, around 43 rupees. you keep 2 gunny bags and we'll pay you a cash consideration of rupees 136. This was what written in the contract and is been signed by the government and the miller. So here we are getting two rates, 136 and 179. But all of a sudden when these searches were going on, a letter was there in a public domain which was given by state government to the central government and DGGI. They were saying कि actually value of supply is even more than rupees 179 because they further added the Bran and refraction. Value of Bran and refraction they also added, and after adding all those the value was coming around 220 rupees. And the logic behind that, because state government is, so far as I know, state government is not paying any GST to the millers. So they are saying ki the value of supply is 220 and packing material is around 50, but that is to be decided on case to case basis. So packing material will be less than 25%. So in any case, this supply will be exempt. That's why they issued a letter to the central government and DGGI saying that total value of supply is 220. So ideally this should be exempted. And they also gave the reference of advance ruling that we argued on this milling charges.
Yes, sir. Right. So basically what we can conclude till here is that 220, if the rate is 220, then
Right?
ideally in almost all cases, the supply would come below 20,
No,
25%.
right. No, basically currently we have now three rates. One is 136, that is the total cash consideration which is being received by the millers.
Yes.
Second is 179, that includes
Gunny
the
bags.
gunny bag non-monetary consideration. And the third one that is being given by the state government in a form of letter, that is 220, that includes two more non-monetary consideration in the form of Bran and refraction.
Yeah,
So
which are
three
by
rates
deduct.
we have. Now there is a challenge. Okay, packing material cost, everyone can take that value from their PL.
Yes.
But for calculating the percentage, whether it is 25% more or less, we need a base, and base will be value of supply. Now we have three value of supply, whether we should take 136, should we take 179 or 220. This is a big challenge now.
But so I think we can completely rule out 136.
Absolutely.
Considering that it's
As per my understanding also, 136 should be totally ruled out because that is the cash consideration. And as per GST law, consideration value of supply also includes the non-monetary part. And the most important thing is the millers and the government both have signed in the contract and they agreed for a consideration of rupees 179 per quintal. So there is no point ki 136 rate hoga. So I personally feel there will be a contest between 179
and
and 220. 179 is including non-monetary consideration in the form of 2 gunny bags, and 220 after including non-monetary consideration in the form of Bran and refraction. So there are two rates, 179 and 220.
out of which 220, if the rate of 220 is considered as the value of supply, then in almost all cases, it's going
We
to
can
be exempt.
safely assume if we consider value of supply 220, then definitely packing material, because in the cost sheet provided by the government they have considered 50 rupees, but obviously we have to take it on case to case basis. So still it will come, I think, less than 25%. So in that case your whole value of supply will be exempted.
And 179 would
Ha,
be the
in-
cause of litigation.
Yes, because in that 179 we have to find on miller to miller basis, or you can even say contract to contract basis, whether packing material ka component is coming less than 25% or more. That has to be calculated.
Yes, that would depend on the expense ratio
Correct.
that is coming out. Right. So out of all these three rates, whatever rate is being chosen by the millers at the moment, they would have done a calculation now and they would have found out a particular percentage.
Right. No, but I say one thing over here. Almost searches were carried on the major miller, and almost all the miller got the notice from DGGI. So DGI has almost collected lots of tax from them, around 18%, or if not even 18%, they have taken a considerable tax. So everyone have paid the tax. Now they are trying to find out ki what should be the exact amount of tax, because only on that basis they can apply for the refund, because every miller I feel has paid more taxes. जितना उनका डिजर्व होता है उससे बहुत ज्यादा वो लोग टैक्सेस दे के रखे हैं, तो डेफिनेटली दे हैव टू क्लेम द रिफंड, एंड टू फाइल अ रिफंड फर्स्ट दे शुड नो कि व्हाट इज देयर एक्चुअल टैक्स लायबिलिटी, देन ओनली दे कैन फाइल अ रिफंड.
Absolutely, absolutely. So can we say that there would be two possible cases out of which one is very unlikely that earlier they have not paid tax and now it becomes taxable?
This very remote chances, because now everyone have paid the tax.
Right. And the other one is when they have considered it as taxable earlier, but now it comes out to be exempt or a lower rate of tax.
Right.
Right. So in that case, we have two situations. If earlier it was treated as exempt and now they're supposed to pay tax, now it is taxable. In this case, they would just have to pay the differential bhi nahi, they would have to pay the
Right.
tax
But
with
I
interest.
add one point over here. Suppose if they are assuming it to be exempt supply, then definitely why they are assuming? They are assuming because they are thinking that their material component is less than 25%.
220.
Okay. And later on, if for any reason it comes out to be taxable, then it will be a very big hardship on them, because during this period they must have lost all the ITC, and if later on they have to pay the tax, then all the amount they have to pay from the cash ledger cash component. So this will be a big hardship on them if they are assuming it as exempt and later on it becomes taxable. But one more thing, the otherwise, if anyone is assuming currently taxable and later on it comes out to be exempt, like many are assuming, my consideration value of supply is rupees 136 or even 179. So they are paying tax rate of 5%. Now, if later on it is decided that value of supply is 220, मतलब ब्रांड और रिफ्रैक्शन को लेके अगर value of supply 220 रुपए मानी जाती है, so in that case, material component will be less than 25% and then it becomes exempt. So in this case also, it's not that कि जो लोग taxable assume कर लिए उनकी life easy है, नहीं, वो लोग भी problem में आ सकते हैं. Problem कैसी होगी उनको? Because in this industry, so far as I know, input is much more than the output tax of 5%. And if they have paid 5%, definitely some ITC was left. They must have used that ITC for some other purpose. Some other purpose नहीं भी तो the gunny bags that they are getting, they are selling those gunny bags, उसमें वो लोग को tax दे रहे हैं. And later on if they come to know कि no यार वो तो exempt था, then what will happen? जितना भी ITC वो लोग use किए हैं, they have to reverse the ITC with interest. And if this comes to the knowledge after 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, so you can see how much interest minimum at the rate of 18%, 18 into 5, 90%, 90% interest के हिसाब से you have to pay the. So you have to pay interest. So basically what we see over here, even if you are assuming 179, then also you can be in problem at later stage if government says, department says, value of supply is 220, and if you are assuming 220, then also it can be a problem. But in many cases, Miller wish to pay the tax of 5% because input component is much more than 5% and they need ITC to pay taxes on the sale of gunny bags. जो गनी बैग्स लोग मिला उसके सेल में भी आउटपुट टैक्स है तो उसमें आईटीसी यूज हो जाएगा. सो देयर इज अ कंफ्यूजन रिगार्डिंग 179 और 220.
But sir, there was a high court ruling in the case of rice millers, which
Yes.
wherein it was mentioned that bran and refraction or whatever byproducts are coming out will not be a part of the value of supply. So
Right.
will that ruling squarely apply in this
Right,
case?
there is one ruling, high court ruling for this, I think Andhra Pradesh high court ruling. Over there it was mentioned that byproducts should not form part of value of supply. But if you read the whole order, you will find over there the facts are little different. In case of rice mill, what I know, what I can recall, that there is a commitment to give 67% of rice. And usually what happens, the production of rice is only 61%. So always there is a shortfall. So what it was argued over there, that bran was given to compensate that shortfall. So it's not basically a part of consideration, that's why. But so far as I know, in case of flour mill, that is not the case, that there is some shortfall. There is no shortfall of wheat flour. So I don't think that will squarely apply over here, but definitely there is a scope of litigation over here. प्रॉब्लम यहाँ पे ये है ना, वैल्यू ऑफ सप्लाई को ज्यादा लेके भी दिक्कत है, कम लेके भी दिक्कत है. ज्यादा लेके ऐसे लग रहा है यार ज्यादा हो तो गवर्नमेंट को अच्छा हो, नहीं भी ज्यादा वैल्यू ऑफ सप्लाई होने से एग्जेम्प्ट हो जा रहा है. सो दैट वेयर ऑल्सो देयर इज अ प्रॉब्लम. और ये बहुत ही पिक्यूलियर सिचुएशन है, यहाँ पे गवर्नमेंट को भी एग्जाम करके ज्यादा फायदा है, बिकॉज इनपुट्स आर आईटीसी इज मच मोर देन द आउटपुट टैक्स.
Also, sir, the government, the state government, who is the recipient of this supply, is not paying the taxes.
Right. Yes, state government is not paying the taxes, so they will also insist कि value of supply is 220, because no government will want to be a defaulter. If government, state government is not paying taxes, even if it is being taxable, और अगर फिर भी टैक्स नहीं देते तो ये एक बहुत बड़ा डिफॉल्ट है स्टेट गवर्नमेंट के पार्ट में. सो गवर्नमेंट कभी नहीं चाहेगा कि उसके ऊपर ये दाग लगे कि नहीं वो टैक्सेस पे नहीं कर रहा है. सो इट्स अ रॉन्ग प्रेसिडेंट. ऐसा नहीं होगा तो गवर्नमेंट, स्टेट गवर्नमेंट विल ऑल्सो ट्राई कि नो, वैल्यू ऑफ सप्लाई शुड बी 220. सो आइडियली इट शुड बी exempted material component less than 25%.
So all in all, we just come down to this point that it's either 179 or 220.
Fine. As per my understanding, our understanding, it's either 179 or 220. If it is 220, exempt हो जाएगा. 179 most probably taxable होगा, taxable at the rate of 5%. But in both the cases, if you come to know or if department find out after 3-4 years, you will be in a taxpayer will be in a problem.
Definitely. So next, I think we can just discuss a couple of things about the refund procedure, since there would be a lot of such
Right.
millers who would have paid a higher rate of tax or have paid tax, but now it turns out to be exempt.
Yes.
So
Many millers have paid the tax under the pressure of DGGI.
yes.
So now definitely they have to claim the refund. So they have to analyze their books of account, ki how much is the material component in that. But before that, they have to make up their mind and they have to analyze whether they are assuming 179 as value of supply or 220 as value of supply or 136 as value of supply. तो ये पहले वो लोग को डिसाइड करना है वैल्यू ऑफ सप्लाई क्या होगा. फिर पैकिंग मटेरियल देख के प्रॉपर एक परसेंटेज कैलकुलेट करके दे हैव टू डिसाइड. एंड आई विल से प्लीज मेंटेन प्रॉपर रिकॉर्ड्स फॉर दिस. एंड इफ इट इज लेस देन 25% और मोर देन, जो भी देख के आप अपना रिफंड क्लेम कर सकते हैं. डेफिनेटली यू कैन फाइल अ रिफंड एप्लीकेशन नाउ.
Also, since this particular subject has got so many different circulars coming in, and there has been a search also. So can this be one area of assessment and audit later on by the government?
Yes, there is a possibility, but it's very strange. Government is issuing circular, open circular for everyone where department itself was doing the mistake. Basically, it should have been the internal instruction or internal circular to the officers only, because law, if anyone interpret the law, it is very much clear that we are supplying to a registered person if he is registered under GST tax deductor. But
It was just a harassment for the
it was a total
taxpayer.
harassment, and I feel harassment will continue, not obviously in the form of such coercion, but definitely it can continue in the form of value of supply. It's still not decided. We can do, taxpayer can also do one more thing, they can go for advance ruling, because in any case, look, no one will be paying taxes from their own pocket. I am taking from prospective effect. हाँ ठीक है, अगर पहले किसी ने टैक्स नहीं दिया, आईटीसी खो चुके, तो डेफिनेटली दे हैव टू पे टैक्स from their own pocket, otherwise not. So to make it very clear, they can file advance ruling for value of supply. It is allowed कि what should come in the value of supply. Now only the litigation is of value of supply, nothing else. एक बार value of supply clear हो जाए, things will be very clear, and now then accordingly you can file the refund. Or it can also be happen कि जब आप refund file करेंगे, you will take your point, then law will take its own point, तब हो सकता है settle हो जाए without advance ruling. Some decision will come definitely, but I don't feel things will settle at the lower level because amount involved is huge.
Also, it doesn't seem to settle in the near future as well,
Right.
considering this is a case which might go on for a
Definitely
very
it will
long
go on.
period of time.
It will go on.
Yes. So, this brings us to a wholesome end to
Yeah.
this discussion.
Look, in the video we can't conclude anything. We can't give an opinion, a single blanket opinion. Yes, you do this thing. It will depend on client to client, their books, and because the circular clearly said on case to case basis, we have to see the books, and accordingly we should plan the next course of action.
Right, an opinion can be given only if the law obviously is very clear and there's just one stand taken over there.
Right.
But over here, it is something which is
Still there is
subjective.
confusion, still there is confusion. But yes, it's a major relief. 18 का 5 हो गया, ये तो बहुत बड़ी relief है.
So
But
the
ठीक है.
benefit is only of 13%, while
Right,
the
right.
circular, the litigation
Right.
will
जो
all
further और
continue to
DGGI tax demand कर रहा था and all this, वो एक बार बंद हो गया. So now whatever tax you have paid, that has been blocked. But it is sure you don't have to pay further.
Absolutely. So this brings us to an end of this discussion. Also, we have recorded all the previous updates on this particular matter, and
Right.
the link would be added in the description box below. So you can look at the entire playlist and the other videos as well to know about the entire matter from the very beginning till here.
And you all can text or message on social media platform like LinkedIn and YouTube channel, so you can comment and ask anything if you have any doubt in this.
thank you so
And we'll be
much.
coming next if there is any other development. Definitely we'll come up with the next video.
Okay. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.